Devaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityaṁ bhāgavata-sevayā Bhagavati Uttama-shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Neshtaki Durlabhamanasho Deho Dehinam Shanabhangurai Tatrapi Durlabham Manye Vaikuntha Priyadarshinaha Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Jai Śrī Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Kṛṣṇa Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you so much, dear worshipable devotees, for joining. We are reading Canto 10, Srimad-Bhāgavatam, Chapter 3, entitled The Birth of Lord Śrī Krishna. So we'll only take two verses today, 31 and 32, because on Sunday His Grace Adigadar Prabhu is going to talk from text 33 onwards. So we'll only cover two verses today. Let's see, text number 31. There's long detailed purport as well. So let's dive into these wonderful verses. Vishvam yat etat svatanau nishante yathavakasham purusha paro bhavan vibharti soyam mama garbhago bhud aho nirlokasya vidambanam hitat. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai. At that time of devastation, the entire cosmos, containing all created moving and non-moving entities, enters your transcendental body and is held there without difficulty. But now, this transcendental form has taken birth from my womb. People will not be able to believe this, and I shall become an object of ridicule. Purport. As explained in the Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta, loving service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is of two different kinds. Aishwarya Purna, full of opulence, and Aishwarya Shithila, without opulence. Real love of Godhead begins with Aishwarya Shithila, simply on the basis of pure love. Premanja Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santai Sadaiv Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yamashama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. Brahma Samhita 538. Pure devotees whose eyes are anointed with the ointment of prema, love, want to see the Supreme Personality of God as Shyama Sundar, Murlidhara, with a flute swaying in his two hands. This is the form available to the inhabitants of Vrindavan, who are all in love with the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Shyama Sundar, not as Lord Vishnu. Narayana, who is worshipped in Vaikuntha, where the devotees admire his opulence. Although Devaki is not on the Vrindavan platform, she is near the Vrindavan platform. On the Vrindavan platform, the mother of Krishna is Yashoda, and on the Mathura platform, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Ashirji, for joining. People Prabhu, you know that?
She's my aunt, lives in very close to Dylan Temple, 5 minutes from there.
Namaskar, Dhanyavad for joining.
Oh, Dhanyavad Pranam, Jai Śrīla Prabhupada.
Namataji.
I'm driving, so you can't see my face. Maybe now you can.
Thank you,
Anyway,
Mataji.
Sakshi
Please
Gopal
drive
Prabhupada
safe.
the Lord Shivaratri class just got over.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Maybe people Prabhu, you can welcome the other devotees as well.
Okay. Mashima, this is the Bhagavatam class we do. In the middle, you see Shubhabilas Govinda Das Prabhuji. He leads us the Bhagavatam class daily, and all the devotees from young to old like me, like very young Sampada Mataji, we join every day, plus 20 plus devotees and discuss Bhagavatam.
They understand English well?
Yeah, she understands the English. Master, আপনি তো English বুঝেন, তাই না?
Would you? Nice. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking out your time to join. I'll continue. So Devaki is not on the Vrindavan platform. She is near the Vrindavan platform. On the Vrindavan platform, Krishna's mother is Yashoda, and on the Mathura or Dwarka platform, the mother of Krishna is Devaki. In the Mathura and Dwarka, the love for Lord is mixed with appreciation of his opulence. But in Vrindavan, the opulence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not exhibited. There are 5 stages of loving service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead: Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya. Devaki is on the platform of Vatsalya. She wanted to deal with her eternal son, Krishna, in that stage of love. Therefore, she wanted the Supreme Personality of Godhead to withdraw his opulent form of Vishnu. Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur illuminates this fact very clearly in his explanation of this verse. Long purport, so I'll pause here. Maybe someone else can read the rest of the purport and then we'll come back. Yes.
Hare devotees, Dhanavad Pranam, all goes to Śrīla Prabhupada. Bhakti, Bhagavan, and Bhakta do not belong to the metal world. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 14:26. Mam chayo abhichareno bhakti yogana sevote sagunan samtitayatan brahma bhuyate kalpate. One who engages in the spiritual activities of unalloyed devotional service immediately transcends the modes of material nature and is elevated to the spiritual platform. From the very beginning of one's transactions in bhakti, one is situated on the transcendental platform. Vasudev and Devaki, therefore, being situated in a completely pure devotional state, are beyond this material world and are not subject to a material fear. In the transcendental world, however, because of pure devotion, there is a similar conception of fear, which is due to intense love. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Bhakta Mam Abhijanati Yash Dashami Tattata. And as confirmed in Srimad-Bhāgavatam, Bhakta Ham Ekaya Grahoya. Without bhakti, one cannot understand the spiritual situation of the Lord. Bhakti may be considered in 3 stages called Guni, Bhuta, Pradhani, Bhuta, and Kevalo. According to these stages, there are 3 divisions which are called Gyan, Gyanamai, and Rati, and Prema. This is the simple knowledge, love mixed with knowledge, and pure love. By simple knowledge, one can perceive transcendental bliss without variety. This passion is called mano bhuti. When one comes to the stage of Janmai, one realizes the transcendental opulence of the personality of Godhead. But when one reaches the pure love, one realizes the transcendental form of the Lord as Lord Krishna or Lord Ram. This is what is wanted, especially in the Madhurya Rasa. One becomes attached to the personality of Godhead. See Vigraha, Nishtha, Rupadi. Then loving transactions between the Lord and the devotees begin. The special significance of Krishna's bearing a flute in his hands in Brajabhumi, Vrindavan is described as Madhuri, Bijate, Birajate. The form of the Lord with a flute in his hands is most attractive, and one who is most sublimely attracted is Srimati Radhani, Radhika. She enjoys supremely blissful association of Krishna. Sometimes people cannot understand why Radhika's name is not mentioned in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Actually, however, Radhika can be understood from the word Aradhana, which indicates that she enjoys the highest loving affairs of Krishna. Not wanting to be ridiculed for having given birth to Vishnu, Devaki wanted Krishna with two hands, and therefore she requested the Lord to change his form. Very nice purport, Prabhuji, and lot of information to learn for me. So, three things: Bhakti, Bhagavan, Bhakta. These are all transcendental level. Even starting there's a great hope for me. From the very beginning of one's transaction in Bhakti, one is certain transcendental platform. What to say about the God's associates, eternal associates, about the Vasudev and Devaki Mataji. They are always the association, and they are completely pure devotional state. And they have a fear, but that fear not to like material fear like us to lose something. Their fear comes from intense love. And also this bhakti stage is three stages. Guni Bhuta, there only knowledge is there, that is called Gyan, and there is a Pradhani Bhuta, that is Gyanamoyi. So further ahead, one who realizes the transcendental opulence. One is knowledge and one is realization, that is called Gyanamoyi or Guni Bhuta. And the third one is Pradhani Bhuta, where there is the pure love, like Madhurya Rasa, that we see in Krishna pastimes. So, and Radhani is the topmost devotee who is also part of Krishna. As we know, they are the one soul but two bodies. And when Lord Krishna in the Sri Bangamurari with the flute, there's a most attractive form, and Srimad Radharani was get attracted the most to Lord. So that I got, Prabhuji. Back to you. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. So basically, the pure bhakti is free from dangers of jnana karmadhi anavritam anukulena krishna anushilanam bhakti uttamam anya bilashita shunyam. Free from any other selfish motives. The only motive is to please Krishna. Here, Mata Devaki is offering such prayers. So, is her bhakti Aishwarya Purn or Aishwarya Shithila? We're to discuss two words. Aishwarya Purn, Aishwarya is predominant in the Dasya Rasa. Krishna, you are great, I am fallen, you are master, I am servant, you are father, you are protector, you are everything, I am a Tuchdas. Which is fine, but the higher is, much higher is Vatsalya Rasa. In Vatsalya Rasa also there are different grades, as Srila Prabhupada is mentioning here. That the Vatsalya Rasa of Mata Yashoda is much higher than the Vatsalya Rasa of Mata Devaki. In the Vatsalya Rasa of Mata Devaki, there is some tinges of Aishwarya. Therefore, she is offering such prayers. Oh, you are the entire cosmos at the time of devastation. You are this, you are Adi, you are this, all the demigods coming from you. So there is a lot of Aishwarya is perceptible. But in the end, she is more on the Aishwarya Sthila, Shithila. So I heard a long back, I don't even remember the exact details. His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrit Swami Maharaj gave the ranks of devotees in the Vatsalya Rasa. It was about Kunti Maharani. So Kunti Maharani is also in the Vatsalya Rasa, but her rank is number 8. The first are, of course, Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, as Prabhupada is also clarifying here. And then comes Rohini and Devaki, Vasudeva, etc. And then Kunti Maharani is at number 8. She's also in Vatsalya Rasa, but not as much as Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. So Prabhupada is writing on the Vrindavan platform. Vrindavan platform means pure love, unalloyed love, no tinge of Aishwarya. Even after displaying, we discussed that miraculous, unimaginable feats, there would be no tinge of Aishwarya. Like Krishna killed so many demons, lifted Govardhan hill, but the mother cannot think anything beyond the protection of the child. She's not thinking, oh, he's so strong, he can lift Govardhan easily. Even after he can still kill so many demons, how can any? So she's thinking when he goes to the forest, the thorns will prick, let me make shoes. These demons were so big, so huge in size, and Krishna killed, one tiny touch of his toe killed the demon Shakatasur, the cart demon. But those tender toes are for the mother, they're so soft that she's making shoes so that my child does not get pricked with the thorns. So Aishwarya Shithila, Vatsalya Rasa, as we see here. So, and we have discussed this point in Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta also, that Krishna loves that more, right? Even in the mundane, man is made in the image of God. So even in the mundane circle, like if someone says, oh, you are great, oh, you are great, oh, you are great, you are great, we won't like it, right? You're great, I'm your task, you're great, you have this, We want, and someone, out of genuine, selflessness, even if they say something harsh or apparently like, one of senior devotees tells me that you're a fool, like you're a fool, right? You're gada, pagal ho gaye, gada ho gaye. But I feel that there is so much love in there, right? And I'm sure all of us must have experienced that even someone who is genuinely a well-wisher to us, even if they say that I'm a dog or an ass, but if it is out of love and selflessness, it is more sweeter to us, right? So, well, it's all coming from the same source, the Supreme Lord, Krishna. So Krishna also likes that, or Krishna likes that, and we also like that. So the point is that, but it cannot be artificially imitated. We cannot imitate. So we have to follow the footsteps of the acharyas. And then Krishna will unveil. Any thoughts, comments, additions here?
So, Prabhuji, one question is that as a new devotee, our relationship with Krishna should be, or usually starts from the Dasharas and then gradually progress to the top higher level.
See, the jiva has an eternal relationship with the Supreme Lord. The jiva has it's not that like Hanuman, right? Hanuman is not aspiring to be a Krishna's or Ram's parent, right? For example, like so many other examples can also be discussed. Mata Yashoda is not aspiring to be a gopi. Same gopis are not aspiring to be Krishna's parents and things like that. There are birds in Vrindavan. There are monkeys in Vrindavan. There is the flute in Vrindavan. There are gopis. They are Krishna's parents. Krishna's paraphernalia. They're all servants and they're all Chintamani. They're all personalities. Because in spiritual world, nothing is jada. So now we don't have to artificially try to imitate. Like there are some places, some people say, oh, I will tell you your Siddha Swarupa. Siddha Swarupa basically means self-realized state or eternal state in this spiritual world. So there are people who say, oh, I'll tell you Siddha Swarupa. So we don't have to get bewildered there and lose faith. The point is that Siddha Swarupa is not a cheap thing, right? First, we have to focus more on self-purification through the process given by the Srila Prabhupada, like the chanting, reading, hearing, and then at the right time, right thing will be unveiled. So we don't have to practice to be Krishna's mother or Krishna's gopi or Krishna's friend. Yes, we should serve Krishna. Of course, all the acharyas are praying primarily. There are a lot of prayers. They're always thinking themselves as Krishna's servant, right? So the Aishwarya is there in their prayers, right? Aishwarya is certainly there. Whether we read the prayers of Nityaṁ Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, of course, there is trace. There are many prayers where they are saying that when will that day come, Nityaṁ Thakur, when I will put a garland around you, things like that, right? But at the same time, the majority of the prayers are in the mood as a servant. So, and in the higher moods, the lower moods are already included, as we have discussed multiple times. So, in short, we don't have to imitate any mood. We just have to continue doing as per the guidance of the spiritual master, like chanting, reading, hearing, deity worship, Bhagavatam, and sharing. And mood, it's like the love the feeling comes from love the verb. An important point, and I think we discussed in the Bhagavatam also. Love the feeling comes from love the verb. So the verb is the actions. So when we do those actions, then slowly the feelings will also condense. The feelings will also mature, or paripakva, the Sanskrit word is better here, और गाढ़ा हो जाता है संबंध. जैसे दूध कंडेंस होता है, गाढ़ा होता है, वैसे the more the milk boils, it condenses and thickens, and thick sweet rice or rubbery is nicer than just lukewarm. It won't be nice. Just put milk and in some sugar, that's fine, but the thick condensed milk and sweet rice, that's like nectar, right? Also Prabhupada said, boil the milk. To boil the milk. Boil the milk means condense our bhakti, condense our relationship, the bhakti, Bhagavan, and bhakta. The three bhas. Or if we say in other ways, this is Solis Raghunath Maharaj recently gave this class, sadhana, sadhya, and sadhaka. Same. Sadhaka means bhakta, sadhana means bhakti, and sadhya means the fruit or the goal is Krishna or Krishna Prem. So back to your question, we have to primarily focus on the Nasya Rasa. And of course, we can exchange words like how we would, Krishna, I'm struggling with this. Of course, we should offer prayers. We should offer, as we can talk to the Lord as a friend. We can talk to the Lord as a child. But it should not be artificial, right? It should not be artificial in the sense, if you're struggling, like His Holiness Gaur Govind Maharaj, of course, he's a pure devotee from birth itself. He would play with the deities, and the deities would reciprocate. Recently, it was his disappearance day. So he would write his diary to his Gopalju, his deities, as a friend. My dear Gopalju, today this happened in my life. Today I'm, whatever, good, bad. So we exchange our heart with our friends, right? With our close friend. Who is the closest of our friends? The Supreme Lord. He's right there always. So we can exchange our heart, absolutely. And just by doing so, we'll feel better in the times of, sorrow, times when going through tough time, just sharing with Krishna. So that's a long answer to your short question. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you very much.
Any additions, anyone? Okay, we'll take the next verse then. Okay, text 32. Sampada Mataji, want to read? So grateful to have you.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Text 32. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Tam Eva Purvasarge Bhuhu Krishnihi Swayam Bhu Visati Tadayam Sutapanama Prajapatir Akalmasaha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shabapadaji. The Supreme Personality of Godhead replied, My dear mother, best of the chaste, in your previous birth, in the Swayambhuva millennium, you were known as Prishni and Vasudeva, who was the most pious Prajapati who named Sutapa. Purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead made it clear that Devaki had not become his mother only now. Rather, she had been his mother previously also. Krishna is eternal, and his selection of a father and mother from among his devotees takes place eternally. Previously also, Devaki had been the Lord's mother and Vasudeva the Lord's father, and they were named Prishni and Sutapa. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears, he accepts his eternal father and mother, and they accept Krishna as their son. This pastime takes place eternally and is therefore called Nitya Lila. Thus, there was no cause for surprise or ridicule, as confirmed by the Lord himself in Bhagavad Gita 4.9. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yaveti tatvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma neti mam iti sorjuna. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. One should try to understand the appearance and disappearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead from Vedic authorities, not from imagination. One who follows his imaginations about the Supreme Personality of Godhead is condemned. Avajananti mam mudha manasim tanam ashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheswaram. The Lord appears as the son of his devotee by his parambhavam. The word bhava refers to the stage of pure love, which has nothing to do with material transactions. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, back to you.
I'll give it back to you. Tell us something.
So basically I understood that we should not just predict how, like, what Krishna does, or like just by our interpretation, or just by our imagination, but we should accept the Vedic literatures and the Guru Parampara. We should basically go to our gurus and then get the knowledge from them, like from the Vedic sastras, not just by our imaginations or from our predictions.
That's nice. Anyone else has any other comments?
So, Prabhuji, the question is, should I ask you after you, Prabhuji?
Yeah, I was about to mention that the Swayambhu millennium. So what does this mean? Can anyone tell? What does this mean?
The first one, Prabhuji, first Manu.
First Manu, that's correct. First Manu. How many Manus are there? One day of Brahma?
14.
14 Manu. And what is currently going on?
By Vishwat. 7.
There was what the 7th Manu is going on. So Brahma is half day, half time. the 7 Manus, the 7th Manu going on. So that means this episode happened many millions of years back, right? My dear mother, best of the chaste, in your previous birth, they were Prishni and Sutapa. In the Swayambhu Manu, or the first Manu. So that's an important point to note here. And also the difference that we don't choose our parents. Any one of us chose, or when we were born, did we tell our parents, oh, who were you in the previous birth? Krishna is just born. I think it's the first shloka he is speaking to his parents. Earlier they were speaking. You will take the small form, you are this, you are that, you are great. First the demigods came when he was inside the womb. Then Vasudeva and Devaki spoke so many words. Practically the first shloka where Krishna is speaking after all the verses he has been glorified with. So therefore the word used is Śrī Bhagavan-uvaca. It's the same word used in Bhagavad Gita, Śrī Bhagavan-uvaca. When Arjuna says, Arjuna speaks a verse, Arjuna uvaca, Dhritarashtra uvaca, Sanjaya uvaca. But when Bhagavan speaks, or Krishna speaks, Śrī Bhagavan-uvaca. Right? So this is an important point to note that we are talking about Supreme Personality of Godhead speaking and telling his parents about their previous birth. So what a like a kind of, the first verse itself is like so deep if we meditate that who in this world these can tell this other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. Yes, any thoughts, additions?
So Prabhuji, Krishna's Leela is eternal. So all the characters also coming with Krishna eternally, right? So same mother is being the like here Devaki in the Shambhu Krishna, same mother in the Ram Leela also. Kushal, right, Prabhuji?
Well, this is very technical. It's not that, there are unlimited, we're just thinking about one universe, right? Just think about it. We're talking about one universe. There are such unlimited universes in the material and in the spiritual world, of course, 3 times. So, okay, Krishna is born here. He is born at there are unlimited other universes as well, right? So it's when we are thinking as per our rationale that if I am present here, then I cannot be present there. So he is unlimited. Hari Ananta, Hari Leela Ananta. And same are with devotees also. They are simultaneously present at other multiple places. So this is very complex to understand that the same mother. Now, if she is here, that means she is not there in the spiritual world. Like Krishna, if Krishna is here, that means his position in the spiritual world is vacant. What do you think? No, right?
Not vacant. And I think that same thing for the eternal associates also.
Absolutely.
Because when we see the Gauranga Mahaprabhu Leela, the Gaur Deepika, right, Prabhuji? The book Gaur Deepika, here telling all the characters who was in the Krishna's pastime, in the Gauranga Mahaprabhu's pastime. Yeah, yeah. So I understand your point also, and that is the other question. So here we see Devaki Mataji in the same pastime, Devaki Mataji and Yashoda Mataji. So 2 together in same lila. So there might be the expansion of the same.
I don't know. But I don't know. There are unlimited Krishna's unlimited mothers or unlimited devotees in Vatsalya Rasa. And actually, Prabhupada mentioned in 10th canto later in the Damodar Leela, anyone who follows the footsteps of Mata Devaki actually, or the Mata Yashoda, can also get that stage, right? So this we read in the Damodar Leela. So there are like unimaginable, uncountable devotees in the Vatsalya Rasa. So how Krishna orchestrate these, I don't know. So
just came in my mind asking. Thank you, Prabhuji.
no, it's nice. It's a good question. Who will get the role in which universe at what time and no, it's because unlimited universes, unlimited Brahmas, different heads, and Krishna is appearing every day, every second at some universe or another species, in other forms, other incarnations. So this is transcendental. But yeah, it's good to think and to question and to discuss.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I also had similar kind of question when we were reading Parashurama. So he was fighting with Rama. So both are the same incarnations from Lord Krishna. And this is the Leela, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah. Both are the same in that one way, but different in the other way. And then also in the Samudra Manthan, we saw multiple incarnations come together, Sangam. Lord Kachapa is down, then the Lord comes, and the snake also, and the Shad, the 1,000-armed form to balance the mountain on the side, and then the Mohini Murti comes. So it's transcendental. Any other thoughts, comments anyone has? So we'll pause a little early today because tomorrow is so day after, that is Sunday morning, is Krisadika Prabhu is going to take from the next verse, that is text number 33. So please join. And of course, tomorrow we'll have the Gita class as well at 9 o'clock as usual. So if no one has any question, then we'll pause a little early. Okay. Kancha Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam prana ki jai, Śrī Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaurabhakta ki jai.
Yeah.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhya eva chaitanya Mahāprabhu. Thank you. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Prabhuji, Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Krishna, thank you.